y'all, JTC here, and welcome back to another Narrated Thoughts gameplay video, where I talk about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it live. Today, I'm going to go back to kind of my roots and play a comfort build, Handmaiden with Sword and Dagger and Longbow. This is the kind of build that Handmaiden players ran back in my day when we didn't have those newfangled moon bows and javelins. This was kind of the go-to all-arounder build that we used. Now, I'm going to be honest, I have not played this game since I announced my hiatus back in November, early-ish November, so you guys are going to watch me derust live during this video. I'm not going to edit out my flukes, I'm not going to edit out my bad situations, I'm not going to edit out my dumb mistakes. You guys are going to see how I derust and how I approach this game as someone who hasn't played it in many, many months live. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Now, I do know that my return to Vermintide is going to beg a couple of questions, such as, oh, JTC, does this mean that your hiatus from Vermintide is over? Does that mean that you're permanently coming back to Vermintide? Does that mean you're completely done with Darktide? And I will say that with my return to Darktide, my return to Vermintide, I'm trying to figure out how I should exactly word this. Well, first off, my hiatus is over, I would probably say, since I am pretty much back to Vermintide, and that does mean that I am back to making Vermintide content. Although it's not going to be every single week. It's going to be every so often. It's not going to be how it used to be. I'm going to be kind of switching between Darktide and Vermintide content. And I will say that I am not bored or done with Darktide. That is not a thing that has happened. There's just kind of a specific problem that I'm running into when it comes with Darktide content. I've never really talked about my, kind of the behind the scenes of the YouTube and, like, the analytics side of it, which I don't mind talking about. It just has never come up, which is why I've never talked about it. But the specific problem with Darktide now and Darktide content is that I can't really make the kind of content that I usually make, that being educational content, because there's really no demand for it. The reason for that is technically a lot of reasons, but the main overwhelming reason is that people are not enjoying the game and people are very frustrated. And if people are very frustrated and upset with the game, they're not going to care about how to, learn that game or how to play that game better or anything like that. They're not interested in learning how to play the game if they're not having fun, simply put. Now, I will say that there is still a market for kind of the more basic stuff, and I've already done a lot of the basic stuff, like the Demon Host guide and the melee combat tutorial guide and, all of those different things. But the more kind of advanced stuff that I'm typically used to making when it comes to Vermintide, I cannot make, and I'm not going to be able to make for a while. Now, I will say that in a couple of months, maybe even up to a year, that kind of content will become, wanted again, but at this exact moment, it's not, and it would be kind of a waste to make that content, which is why I'm having to kind of innovate content at the moment and kind of try to figure out other things to do, which is why I'm going to come back to Vermintide, because why not? I have actually considered a couple of things to do when it comes to Vermintide. I've thought about a long time ago making kind of like a map, like a map overview series for Vermintide, in which I basically talk through every single point of the map, and I talk about places to hold, places where enemies spawn, strategies for moving through a specific area, then talk about the events, talk about strategies for the events, talk about, static spawns for things, and kind of those kinds of things. I actually might start doing that. Now, considering I don't really have too much else to do at the moment, but that, yeah, let me know what you think about that in the comments below if you'd be interested in that kind of content. But actually, now that I'm kind of done ranting, I should probably do the narrated gameplay part of this video instead of just ranting the entire time. So right now we're actually sitting at a pretty good ping, all things considered, and I am playing with a Battle Wizard, a Witch Hunter Captain, and an Ironbreaker. Okay, so we do have a hard front line in the Ironbreaker. We do have Horde Clear, it looks like, in the Battle Wizard because she's playing a Battle Wizard, and oh my god, I can't say my ABCs. She has a Flamestorm Staff, and then we have a Flex in the Witch Hunter Captain. Now, in this kind of team comp, I would pretty much say that I'm also a Flex, which means we have two Flexes, which is not a bad thing to have, although, you could call me a flex as a Handmaiden, but another role that a Handmaiden can fill is kind of an off-tank if it's desperately necessary, because of Handmaiden's passive of stamina regen. It makes her incredibly tanky. So pretty much I'm always going to be like a second flex that's going to help whenever I need to help at whatever I need to do. But on top of that, if I do need to start tanking and kiting things, I can, and I can kind of take the pressure off of the Ironbreaker. Oh, wow, okay, that was definitely a shot of our time. I hear a Blightstormer. There's that patrol behind us. That patrol is in a circular marching pattern, so they're not going to be sneaking up behind us at all. So that's something that's good. For those that don't know, their patrols actually have 3 different kinds of marching patterns. They have the circular marching pattern, which is where they just march in a circle in a specific area on a specific path, which is that one we just passed. There is the path marching path, in which they will march to and from to specific points from point A to point B, and then from back from point B to point A. And then there is kind of the singular path marching pattern, in which they will march from point A to point B, but instead of going from point B back to point A, they will just simply despawn. It used to only be that last one that was in the game, but they added a bunch of different patrol marching patterns to actually make it interesting, which I appreciate. There's a leech behind me. Right now I need to be killing specials. Ow. There is a disabler, I don't know where he is, so I'm just going to dash to save myself. I will say, you guys don't see it, considering I don't have, like, my keyboard recorded, but I am spamming control a lot, expecting to slide everywhere. And I have to say, it's a little jarring, and it's gonna take some time to getting used to, but I don't think I'm doing a terrible job so far. I've had one fluke, so but otherwise, it's been pretty good. I hear a Blightstormer. He's up there. Nice, he's dead. There's usually something that's, I think over here is actually a guaranteed spawn in this coffin, this wooden coffin. There's a guaranteed spawn of at least 1 potion. There's a warp fire thrower. Might as well just delete him with a headshot since I have a conservative shooter. No need to be stingy with my headshots. I'm noticing that these guys move a little slowly. When you're playing quick play in Vermintide, every single group that you play with is going to move at various differing paces. Some people are going to be almost speedrunning the game as if their life depends on it, or, you know, like they have food in the oven and they need to complete the game as fast as possible before it burns the house down. Or then you're going to run into some teams who are just absolutely taking their time and just kind of want to watch the map and, like, explore and see different things, and pretty much everything in between. And it's your job as a teammate to kind of follow the general pace of the team. If you notice the team's moving a little faster, then you need to pick up the pace, and if you notice the team is moving a little slower, then you need to kind of slow down and stay with the team. If you're not having fun with a specific team and how they move, it is not the team's fault, it is your fault. And if it's genuinely that much of a problem, then honestly just leave the game. I have not done it very often. It's very, very rare that I do it, but I have, on a very few occasions, actually left a game because a group is moving too slow. There's nothing wrong with it. It's way, way, way better to just leave the group and then leave the group with a bot. That's actually going to stay with the group, rather than leaving the group and abandoning them and leaving them on their own to die. Because something that a lot of people don't take into account when they're playing these kinds of games is that it's a team-based game, yes. However, just because you might be able to take care of yourself does not mean that your team is able to take care of themselves. Sometimes, oh, hello. Sometimes your team desperately needs you to take care of them, and since it's a team game, it's partially your job to watch your team's back. So you should not be abandoning your team constantly, even if you can handle it. Saltspire's by himself, so I'm going to drop down with him. Looks like there's healing in there, but someone's already healed, so not that big of a deal. Also, wait, no, I think the Ironbreaker's running whatever it's called, the Drake Fire Gun. So what is... Oh, actually, she's hidden, so I can't see. What are you running? Take out your ranged weapon. Take out your ranged weapon. Let me see. I understand why they added the ability to make the inventory sharing private, but sometimes I just want to see what my team's running, man. I hear a hook rat in there. I'm going to assume my team can take care of it. Yeah. Oh, hello. Actually, this map is surprisingly pretty easy so far. Nothing really interesting has happened. Nothing really difficult has happened. It's just been kind of been holding W simulator. And unfortunately, sometimes that just kind of happens in Vermintide. Sometimes you just have a holding W simulator. And then sometimes you just have the most ball-crushingly difficult experience that you've ever had in your life. And that's just kind of the way the game goes. I cannot believe that actually missed. I am hoping that Horde's going to spawn here to make it a little more interesting, though, because I am admittedly getting a little bored. That is kind of the downside of having thousands upon thousands of hours into a game. You eventually start getting bored at pretty much anything the game can throw at you, which is once more why I took that hiatus from Vermintide. But I definitely felt like it was good. Even though words are hard. Even though it's only been a couple of months since I've played, I do genuinely feel like I'm experiencing a kind of like freshness to the game I haven't had in a long time. So I definitely feel like the break was good for me mentally. I'm looking for that sneak rat. He's right here. He's the #1 priority. He's dead. I hear a hook rat, and that makes me very nervous because I'm stuck in a corner. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm going after the hook rat. Typically, when you're rescuing a teammate from a hook rat, a lot of people think that the #1 priority is the hook rat, but actually it is, in some cases it is, but in actuality, that is not the first priority when you're trying to rescue someone. The first priority should actually be the horde around them, because the hook rat doesn't actually do that much damage. It only does like a couple of damage every couple of seconds. So you're not going to take that much damage from a hook rat, but you're going to take a crap ton of damage from the horde around them. So what you should do is you should try to control the horde around the person, and then after the horde around them is controlled, or at least staggered a little bit, then you kill the hook rat to save them. If you do that, you're actually going to save that teammate from taking a bunch of damage from the horde that they would have otherwise taken. Whereas if you immediately go for the hook rat, yeah, you'll free the teammate much faster, but they're going to take probably half their health, if not more, in damage from just the general horde. Now, sometimes, if they're in the middle of a bunch of elites, you're not going to be able to do anything about it, and at that point, all you can do is just kill the hook rat. But otherwise, if they're just like in a kind of like a trash horde, then yeah, that you should be doing that. But like I've said before, Vermintide is a very unique game filled with various situations you're going to find yourself in that are differing every single time. So no two situations are the same. There's free healing here, so might as well use it. Since I'm Handmaiden, I should be carrying a medkit since I'm the one who can easily heal other people and get them up quickly. I'm trying to aim for headshots, but I'm bad. I'm having a skill issue. Rattling gun up ahead. That's my job. Where is he? There he is. There's still an assassin up. I hear another one, I think. That assassin is kind of moving around. I'm actually going to leave these guys and let my team take care of them, except this guy who desperately wants health booty. Okay, hopefully the specials won't come here immediately and I can take care of these guys. Oh, hi, look, a special that came right here immediately. I swear the Skaven, the Skaven always listen, man. This was a horde, even though it appears to be silented. There was really no calling for the horde. That happens sometimes. Usually for... It's always a bug. Even the true ambushes are always going to have like a Skaven scream or a Chaos scream, so that time there wasn't one, so that was just a bug. Which happens pretty rarely, but it still happens every so often. I hear a Globadier behind this wall. He's dead. There's really nothing going on this game. Damn. Although this event's going to be very interesting. It depends on how the group plays it, though. Sometimes groups will just split and knock every single bell over at once, in which case the event is actually just a living hell. Sometimes, though, or most of the time, they will actually just stick together, which makes the which will make the event much easier to deal with. I'm gonna see if I can snipe that guy. Yep, got him. Alright, yeah. There's sometimes patrols spawn in here, but I don't hear one, so there's really no reason to just kind of pussy-dick around here. Going back to what I was talking about earlier with the pacing, sometimes groups are going to move a bit more slowly, so you do need to be aware and be ready to move with them. But the other side of the coin to that argument is that sometimes groups just need a little push and need a little push, and sometimes need someone to purposefully lead them forward. So a big part of playing with groups is discovering when groups just move slowly and when to stick with them, and when they need to actually move forward, and they just need someone to kind of guide them forward. Like right there, no one was really moving, so rather than sticking with the group, I just kind of hopped down and I just started leading the charge forward because they really needed someone to lead them forward. Okay, now this is where things start to get interesting. I don't know where these disablers are. There's one. I'm not going to go bothering chasing that. He's probably going to hop back around. Yeah, there he is. He's dead. Where's that Blightstormer? He's dead. I see a strength potion back there that... I mean, everyone has a potion, so it doesn't matter. I can be kind of... Oops. I can be free with my longbow shots here because I know there's a guaranteed ammo box up ahead. So I don't need to be stingy at all with range fire, so I'm just going to be freely firing. I'm really hoping the Salt Spire stops jumping because I'm trying not to hit him. Nope. I'm going to hide the corner here. I want to bait the Stormvermin down the stairs rather than fighting them on the stairs. Never fight on inclines. It's always a bad idea. Promise you. I'm going to stay with the Bard in here because he's on his own. There's always... Disablers are always bad. Uh-oh. Oh, there's more than... Okay, there's more than one assassin. That's the problem. There's an assassin right there. Where are you going, buddy? Okay, bye. Okay, so we're missing one healing. Some people can heal. I might as well top off. I might as well top off here. So I'm going to top off. I'm going to keep the healing kit because I need to heal. Or I need to keep it to help people. Now, normally with this event, what you'll do is you'll move... Oh, you'll move over here. You'll break that. You'll do a holdout. And then what you'll do is you'll jump down to there. And then you'll use that to jump onto the ladder. And then you'll break that one. And then after that, people usually break these two simultaneously and then hold up top together. We'll see what this group does. 98.5% of the time I play this map, most people pretty much follows exactly what I said. Although a lot of people, a good amount of groups will differ between the last ones. Some people will break both at the same time. Other people will break one at a time. But typically what I said is what most people do, since it's the most effective and the safest way to actually complete this event. You never want to fight downstairs, especially in the Skaven goo, because it's going to damage you and it's going to slow you, and the damage aspect isn't really that bad when you think about it, because it's not that much damage that can easily be offset through temp HP. But the bigger problem is the slowdown, which will kill you, just like me almost getting stunlocked by monks. Holy shit. Remember, chat, respect monks. I'm immediately just going to begin breaking this. Little fun fact about these chains, actually, now that I think about it. The hordes actually will not spawn from the chains when they're broken. They actually spawn when the chains are at about half HP. So, if you begin damaging a chain, you don't have to completely destroy it to spawn the horde. You only have to get to about half HP, which is why people say do not go around damaging. Ooh, that was a delicious overhead. That's why people will say don't go around damaging all of the chains, because it's definitely not a good thing to do. Normally, I would heal someone else here in order to clear my wounds and heal other people, but everyone else is pretty much at max temp HP, or max HP, so there's pretty much no reason for me to do anything like that. Remember, I'm going to respect monks. This is pretty much the last one to go, so I'm just going to rush this bottom one. I'm going to wait till the Sienna drops down. Now we will all go back up top, and then we will hold up top. I hear one special down there near Sienna. I would like to go help her with it. Oh my god, hi. I'm having problems. Jesus Christ. Alright, looks like this team wanted to do them separately. Now that that's done... Oh, nope, never mind. They need help. I am... Oh, nope. I'm going to focus on the guy closest to me. Oh, Saltspire immediately died. That's unfortunate. In this situation, we actually should not be breaking this chain because Saltspire will spawn in here. And it, oh, okay. Never mind. Anyway, normally you don't want to break that chain because it's going to guarantee that the spawn location is in here. And yeah, now that they actually broke the chain, Saltspire has spawned all the way out there. Whereas if we had waited and purposefully let him spawn before breaking that chain, he would have guaranteed spawned in here. Oh god, this is... I gotta kill the leech, he's more important. I'm more worried about the leech right now. I don't really care about the Rattling Gunner since he's actually just pumping bullets into his friends and hurting his friends, which is not that big of a deal. I'm actually just gonna drink this and rush for the res. Because I would definitely like a full 4-man party here. But I will not be abandoning the Saltspire. Saltspire, get up. Saltspire, get up. Please don't be AFK. That is my last ranged weaponry, but we're all here, and this is pretty much a GG. No. Uh-oh. I'm gonna rush this guy. Stop. Nope. And yeah, with that, that's a GG. Pretty good game for my first game back. I did have a little bit of a skill issue with aiming, but, you know, it's not that big of a deal, honestly. But yeah. Other than that, that was a pretty good game and a pretty first good game back. Thanks for stop. Oh my god, I feel like I'm streaming, whatever. Thanks for watching, y'all. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe for more Vermintide content in the future, and let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more narrated gameplay reviews in the future as well. See y'all next time, and